Okay. I'm going to show you some damage to some plants that we've got. We bought these when we first moved down here. We didn't know what was a native plant, what wasn't. We just bought what we thought looked kind of nice. And I'm going to show you some of the suffering that we've had, a couple of cold nights we've had. Hopefully the color comes out, because I think my cell phone actually does a better job with color than my GoPro. But this right here, I don't know if you can see the underneath side there, but can you see that green, how it was green and with the yellow in it? You can kind of see some of it. That's the way it looks now. And not pretty. No, doesn't look bad. I don't think it's dead in any way, but I may have to cut it back. And from here on out, the rest of the winter, I'm going to have to keep an eye on it. If we start getting some more severely cold nights, I'm going to have to cover this one up. The papyrus plant, I've cut a lot of it out. As you can see, though, it's not good. Let's take a stroll around here. I forget what those are called. Those are very colorful, leafy. We planted them in there. They, not good. This here has lost everything. It may come back, I don't know. These are Robolinis. This one here doesn't look too bad because it's close to the house, really. But if you look real close, this is already curled up. You can see how it's turned brown. I think that'll be okay. That I forgot to set in the garage. Somebody give that to us. It's a pot of, I'm not sure what that is, but it's supposed to be green like that. Not nasty like that. And this is our pretty, I don't even know what it's called, what kind of a vine it is. It has these great big white flowers all over it. Matter of fact, there's one of the flowers there is fell apart. I had this thing covered up too, trying to keep it from looking this way. But apparently during the night, the sheet we had this covered over that fell off. So that kind of is depressing. I believe that'll pop back, but it takes a little while. It's depressing. Our crown of thorns, I forgot to set that in the garage. So you can see it's not looking good. It's supposed to look like that. That's what it's supposed to look like, the whole thing. But I believe it'll pop back, but it's been damaged. And here's our big Robolini that I've been working on for about 3 years now. And I had the thing looking pretty good. You got to keep trimming them up because basically it's three trunks. I'll call trunks of trees under here. And you can see how, let me get it up here. See, you can see how they trunk out, and I've been trimming it up to get it to go. 3 years of working on this thing. And here's how green it's supposed to be. And here's what it looks like there. So we've got some serious damage on this plant. These leaves here that's turned this dark brown, I don't believe we're going to make it. I'm going to have to end up cutting them off. I'm not going to do it for a while. I want to see exactly what comes out and what don't. But it's not looking really good either. Palm tree. That's a queen palm. And it's constantly growing. But you can see on the bottom limbs here, you know, it's I think a cold got to it. These bottom limbs continually will turn brown, and you got to trim them off. As you can see where they've been trimmed off, right there, right there. That's how they. And then the next one's up. You'll trim them off, and then it continually grows out the center right there. You can see it growing up. But I think that's a little bit of damage. I'm not sure what this is. It just started growing. I just left it alone. But it looks like the cold got it too. And of course the cold got my viney bush there, which at one time that bush came all the way around here. And it was very, very thick, and it was just loaded with little yellow flowers. And we was just going to leave it there, you know, it's kind of overhang this brick here. It looked really nice. Then when they planted that tree in there, when they did, they trampled all over it. All this here died out, and now that there's not looking all that good. So might be doing some transplanting there. And this stuff here grows pretty much wild. It'll come back. Looks like some lizards as he dug a couple of holes in there and hibernate maybe in there. This here the wife had covered up with a bucket, but as you can see, down there's okay, but the top here suffered a little bit. And the things that really suffer are the things that's really not native to Florida. You go to your Home Depot or your Lowe's or the planting stores down here, they all sell you stuff that comes from South America. And some are okay, some are not. Some that is okay. This is sea breeze bamboo. It's a clumping bamboo. It will not spread. It just grows in a circle. As time goes on, the circle gets a little thicker, you know, but it doesn't really spread. It's sea breeze bamboo. I put it there as a little bit of help for privacy between the lanai here and this to over there. And it's worked out well. But here's one of the things that I put in. I liked it. Every year we got bananas off of it. Did my banana tree. Look at that. That's sad. This bigger tree here was going to be this year's bananas. That littler banana tree right there was going to be next year's bananas. So you get one banana once a year. And then once this here produces bananas, you cut it off. Then that one continues to grow this year for next year. It don't look good. And the one for 3 years from now is back here. This is it here. It's not looking good. Some of my elephant ears aren't looking good. They got hit hard. And then here's some of that foliage stuff. I don't know what you call it. It's got the collars on it. Can you see it? I love it. That's what was out front. And as you can see back here, it's not looking really good. I don't think it's dead, but it just got hit really hard. And here's some more of it down there in the bottom. That stuff's okay, but the taller stuff is not looking good. Here's some green stripe bamboo. You can see the green stripe on it. It's in a bucket because when I got that, I was totally unaware of the fact that it was going to be a spreading bamboo. I didn't know that. And I really don't want it. Not here. I don't know what to do with it. Give it to somebody if they want it. I don't know. So I stuck it in a bucket. I got some more of it here. I cut a piece out of here and stuck it in another bucket and it grew. But these here are, see how the leaves are just falling off of it? They're all over the ground here. See that? Yep. And it's too bad because here's what the leaves look like on the bigger stuff. They come in different colors. Some will be more red than yellow, and they're just nice. This stuff here got hit. See the leaves? Brown. They're supposed to look like this. So they got hit pretty bad. So I'll be trimming that out, but it'll live. Here's a baby elephant ear. Not looking good. And then my desert rose. I set it out here one day on a sunny day and I forgot it. And then that night it got down to 29. I can't tell you. The tips of them are feeling really squishy. I don't know. The whole thing is feeling a little mushy to me. I don't know. That's a shame too, because I've had this plant for 3 or 4 years and it's grew to this size. We'll see what happens, I guess. Of course, here's a desert plant that came out of Arizona. Believe it or not, they're used to cold weather. It'll be okay. Here's a Florida plant that I don't know if it's native to Florida though. it got hit. Even next to the house, it got hit. There's a wild desert rose, or a crown of thorns, that was growing wild back here. I don't know how it got started, but it died off because of the cold weather. So, looks like I got this plant because it's got orange flowers on it, which I thought was strange. You don't see very many orange flowers. Oh, it got hit. Look at that. Oh, doggone it. It's supposed to be like that. Yeah, it got hit by the cold weather too. I think it'll be okay though, but it'll have to have some time to recover. Doggone it. I really like that plant. See, these are native to Florida. You can see they're not even, matter of fact, they need trim, they're growing. This is a Mexican petunia. My wife planted that there. I don't know why. It's in the middle of nothing. I really want to dig that up and move it somewhere else, but I'm not going to do it right away. I'll wait till maybe later this spring when it gets warmer. That's okay. Bottle brush plants. They're native to Florida. Cold doesn't really affect them. Matter of fact, if you look, that's why they call it a bottle brush plant. You ladies know. See, looks like a bottle brush. And hell, it's blooming. So cold weather doesn't really affect it that much. Yeah, we got a little bit of damage, a little bit of cleanup we'll be doing. Transplanting probably. There's another one here that's not looking really good. It may come back out of it though. So, got that. Look at that. That thing was doing really good too, and had tons of little red flowers on it. It's probably done for. And then you get these snails, especially in summer, tons of snails. I don't know where they come from, but anyway, there's what the cold weather does to them. There's one there, and there's another one right there. What you see? Go around, you'll see them everywhere. There's another one right there. Yeah. So the snails are gone for now. Next year they'll be back. Or this coming summer they'll be back. Well, there you go. A little bit of cold weather damage in Florida. So when you buy plants, you know, just be aware that some of these plants are not native to Florida that you can buy. The Robolinis, that's a Robolini, that's a Robolini, that's a Robolini. These were closer to the house, so they survived better than the one out in the open. But I think they'll be okay, but we'll see. Donnie's got some Robolinis right there's one. Whoops. There's one. There's one. There's one. And I don't know if you can see it on my phone, but see how brown they are? He got hit with it. Yeah, just something you got to deal with. So, I hope that helped. Of course, our plants up here by the house are fine. But, just educate yourself a little bit on the plants. So until then, I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow on the other side.